Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for November 27th, 2023. This is for Cancer. Last shuffle here for Cancer. Let's see what's going on. All right, Cancer, what we have is your higher self, and we have the honoring path. And this looks very, very, it's like one of those days where you're really like, what is the right thing to do? And I mean, on all fronts, you may wake up and just be like, what does Spirit want me to do? Some and for this to be here, some of you may never ask that question. You may be like, what do I want to do? And then out of nowhere, it's like, well, what does Spirit want me to do? What would Spirit want for me? Your higher self. Okay, I mean, you want to get to the next level. Some of you may be financially just struggling. This is something here where it's like, I've got to save every penny, and I've always had to do that. Or I don't want to be known as that person who's always having to struggle. You know, like there's family, like there's a family dynamic, and they're like, oh, don't ask Cancer. You know, they're broke. You know, like they, something like that. You know, they're struggling. Don't ask Cancer to do certain things. You want to change that. Yeah, because Hermit is over this whole reading. This is about some deep, deep introspection. You're really digging deep. Like, what have I been doing? What do I need to change? What have I been doing that hasn't really been serving me? Really taking a deep dive. This is not some superficial. All I got to do is just add a couple of hours to my work week. I mean, I'm good. This is not that. This is like the way I've been spending, the way I've been budgeting, the way I've been, prioritizing certain things. What do I need to change here with Hermit, right? And this is centering a lot on past, changing something. Okay, so your higher self is 4 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and 5 of Wands. This tells me that you're struggling, or you have been struggling lately, right? And they're speaking a lot about, have you learned your lesson? It's almost like they're asking, Spirit's asking you, have you learned your lesson yet? Right? Especially as it pertains to like adding on new obligations or adding on something else that you've got to save for. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but that's something that they're showing here. Can you really add that on? Like it's almost like they're inquiring something of you. You may be waking up saying, Spirit, what should I do? And they're like, have you learned your lesson yet? Right? The honoring path is Ace of Swords in the World. And this tells me that the honoring path is more of an intending to get to the bottom of something. They want you to get to the bottom of it. Like, be really honest with yourself. And then with the world here, this is almost like, all right, close this cycle out. You see it for what it is. Be honest with yourself, and then move to the next level here. And the next level, more than anything else, would be about the lessons that you learned when it comes to either budget or something that you may be holding on to as well. Like, there may be some sort of fight or argument that you're holding on to. There may be some sort of conflict within the family that you're holding on to, and they're asking you to be honest with yourself about the situation and do the right thing. And sometimes the right thing to do is to close it out and to be like, well, I'm closing that door. That chapter is closed. I'm moving on to the next chapter. That's another aspect of this too. They're wanting you to kind of like do a deep dive. Usually the Hermit is like, why is this bothering me? Why does this bother me? Well, let's go down memory lane really quick, but without the emotion. More so like watching it like a movie, like, oh, that point right there, that you could tell that triggered me right there. I now know what the issue is. But they're showing that they want you to get to the root of why something is bothering you so much. Why are you struggling with why are you holding on to it still? It's showing that there's a struggle, but the reason why you're holding on to it is the issue. It's like, they're like, your higher self is telling you you're struggling so hard to start over, or to get in the next leg of your journey and close that door. So that's something there. Fear is the Queen of Swords and 9 of Cups. It's almost like you feel as though they're showing, as soon as you get what you want, right? As soon as you're happy or satisfied with something, And today may be one of those days where you wake up and you're just satisfied with life. You're just happy. You're just good. You're like, things are going my way. The light turned green. I got to work on time. I did this on time. I got that. You may be like, everything's going my way. So I'm on the sunny side of the street. But for some reason, there's always a fear that something is going to come in and dash your happiness away. And it's simply because this has happened before. This may be a deja vu energy right now. Like the last time things went so well like this, something jacked up happened. And you may also be, yeah, they're showing that. They're just showing, you may feel like things don't always go my way. So what's the catch, Spirit? What's the catch? There's something else there's something with that. But they're showing that whenever things go your way, you're always afraid that there's a conflict, because it seems like everything comes in twos. Like, or for you, things come that way. It comes in a grouping of like, yay, you're getting everything you want. Boo, that's happening though. Oh well. Ascendant Masters is 5 of Swords and 3 of Swords. It's almost as though these are your thoughts, right? And it seems like you're worst case scenario. You're in this worst case scenario energy, where you're just like, you may think about wanting peace. There's something about wanting peace, but feeling or thinking that that's not what life is about. Like life is constant lessons, constant struggle. They're showing a belief system that is causing a lot of this issue. So if there's something like, especially with family, that you're holding on to, there's like some argument or some sort of struggle or conflict, it's mostly because you may want to revisit like what you believe, like, and these may be like religious beliefs or something that was passed down to you through ancestors and such, where people have taught you that life is a struggle and that's just the way it is, and that we're all kind of trapped here and we're all in the boat together. You know how people always say that we're all in the same boat, and it's like, no, we're all in the same storm, different boats. You know what I mean? Like, some of us have big boats, some of us have blow up boats or whatever. Some of us are hanging on the door like Jack and Rose. Like, it's like you just don't know. That's why you shouldn't judge, the situations or throw out blanket statements to other people. But it seems like that's something that may have been said to you or taught to you, that that's life. Life sucks, then you die, or something like that. Something strange in this capacity here, and it's like you may feel trapped. Like, that's just how it is, and that's not true. They're saying they have, once you really investigate this or dig deep or and discover the true root of why you're upset about something, whether it's the family issue or your finances or something here, right? Then it will free you. It's like you'll have a peace of mind, because you're not meant to suffer. You're not meant to suffer. You're not meant to have this much conflict, especially the mental conflict. You're not meant to. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, I've read the Bible too, and it says the same thing. We were born into trouble, and then blessed is he who suffers. Because the Lord will comfort you and such. It's like, yeah, that's true, but you weren't put here to suffer. That's not life. And so they want you to really dig deep about that. The Hermit is speaking about that here. Okay, and to let go of some sort of conflict or struggle. You're meant to have a new beginning here. You're getting a gift, a second chance at something with a lot of clarity, a lot of unconditional love on this path, and you're holding on to something that is keeping you from that. And so they really want you to dig deep about it, okay? So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So you could be a Gemini, Cancer cusp. We also have Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn, Aquarius cusp as well you could be dealing with. If you're not dealing with those signs could be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading, reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.